All right, let's get right into it. You've seen them, right? Those people who always seem to be traveling by themselves, just navigating a brand new city, hiking some remote trail, or sitting in a cafe, all on their own. And you kind of wonder, what's their story? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden psychology behind why some people actively choose to travel solo. And this is really the first question that pops into our heads, isn't it? Our minds just immediately go there. Are they alone because they're lonely? Or is there something much deeper, something way more powerful going on?
So you have these common assumptions that are just so easy to make. They must be lonely, maybe a little antisocial, or gosh, maybe they just couldn't find a friend to go with them. But the psychological reality, it's often the complete opposite. What we might see as loneliness is actually a sign of a really stable identity. What looks antisocial is actually a powerful drive for autonomy. And the idea they couldn't find a friend? Nope, that's actually a deep, profound self-trust. It turns out the choice to travel alone isn't really about escaping other people. It's about having the inner strength to truly connect with yourself.
So let's start with the first pillar of this mindset, which is this incredible foundation of independence and self-reliance. Okay, so the first core trait here is having a highly stable sense of identity. What does that mean? It means you're not depending on other people to shape your experiences or to tell you what's cool. You're not looking for a travel buddy to validate your choices because you already have a really strong internal compass pointing you where you want to go. So in the real world, this looks like someone who just feels grounded. They feel complete all on their own. They are perfectly 100% comfortable making their own decisions, whether that's something small like picking a museum for the afternoon or something huge like changing their entire itinerary on a whim. And this drive for freedom, it's so fundamental that psychology actually has a name for it, self-determination theory. And it basically says that autonomy, the ability to choose freely for yourself, isn't just a nice to have. It's a core human need, right up there with feeling connected to others or feeling like you're good at what you do. This quote from the research just hits the nail on the head. For somebody with a high need for autonomy, this level of freedom isn't just some perk of traveling alone. It's a source of genuine psychological comfort. Think about it. The lack of constant negotiation, of compromise, it's deeply, deeply relaxing. At the end of the day, it all comes down to having full, uncompromised control over your time, your energy, and your decisions. You decide when you wake up, where you eat, how long you're going to stare at a piece of art, and when you're just going to sit and do absolutely nothing at all. That's the real power of autonomy when you travel. And this sense of autonomy, it's built on another key psychological concept called an internal locus of control. It sounds a little academic, but it's really simple. It's just the core belief that you are the architect of your own life, that what happens to you is a result of your own actions, not just random luck or other people. And solo travel? Oh man, it's like the ultimate training ground for this. You're constantly solving little problems on your own, making choices and then living with the outcome, good or bad. Every single time you successfully figure out a foreign subway system or find your way back after getting a little lost, you're not just having an adventure, you're building this quiet, deeply rooted self-trust. It's a kind of confidence that doesn't need to be loud because you've earned it. Okay, this brings us to the second major piece of the puzzle, the internal experience. This isn't just about what you do on the trip, but about how you think and feel while you're doing it. And right here, we get to a really critical distinction. Loneliness is a negative state, right? It's unintentional and it feels like something is missing. But solitude, for the solo traveler, is a totally different beast. It's chosen, it's intentional, and it feels full. It's a space you actively create for yourself to think and just be. And that's exactly why those quiet moments on a solo trip aren't filled with panic or a desperate search for distraction. No, they're used to reflect, to reset, and to think with incredible clarity. Solo travel really becomes this form of emotional clarity in motion. Your mind literally gets clearer as you move through the world. And finally, we arrive at the deepest motivation of all, the one that really separates true solo travel from just a simple vacation. And it's all about personal growth. See, when you're in a completely new place and you're stripped of your normal routines and the familiar faces that kind of distract you, something really fascinating happens. Your self-awareness gets dialed way, way up. You're forced to rely on yourself. And in doing so, you're forced to observe yourself. And you just start to notice everything, how you react to unexpected challenges, what your fears really are deep down, You see just how adaptable you can be when you have to, and you start to see the patterns in how you make decisions. It's like holding up a mirror to your own internal operating system. And this is the ultimate reframe. The destination on the map, it's almost secondary. The true journey is internal. The goal isn't just to see the world, it's to see new, undiscovered parts of yourself along the way.
So all of this, the stable identity, the autonomy, the self-trust, the comfort in solitude, it all comes down to this one incredibly powerful idea. While a lot of people only feel secure when they're surrounded by others, the solo traveler has learned the profound skill of feeling safe from within. Their security comes from their own competence and their own self-reliance.
And so, that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If travel really can be a mirror, what side of yourself have you yet to meet on a journey of your